Well, hello again and welcome back to another episode in my playthrough of Skyrim. If you go back and look at the end of the last episode and then come back and look at the starting of this one, it should look different. It should. One thing that should immediately be apparent is the smoke coming off of the torch over there. I got mod happy again, and I went and installed a bunch of mods. I was just installing mods left and right. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Some mods that are supposed to make the snow look more realistic. Some mods that make fire look different. I'm not sure I like this one. Look at how the fire looks in my hands now. And when I go to cast it, it kind of does something different. I don't know. I could get used to that. What else is different? I installed all kinds of different stuff. I think it might be brighter out here now than it was before. I don't remember. I didn't do a comparison because I just did it today. Right before I started playing. But, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Just having a little bit of fun with some mods. What got me into it again was I just happened to, you know how it is, you start up YouTube and it suggests all these videos to you. And one of them was just a video of somebody walking around Skyrim with a bunch of mods. And I was like, damn, that looks good. And so I got his list of mods and started installing some of them. You can see another mod I have makes the grass blow in the breeze, but it does not make like this spiky grass blow in the breeze because this is a different kind of object, I guess. There may be a mod that gets the stuff to move, but I like the grass moving around, but it just looks silly, that moving around, but not this. So I don't know if there's a solution to that or not. But anyway, this guy, I don't remember who it was. The list of mods, there must be over 100 mods on this list, and I didn't install nearly all of them, not even close. Just a bunch of different ones. Probably the biggest one was some kind of like Tamrielic something or other, I don't know. Waiting for these gargoyles to come to life, but, I don't know, I kind of like the way it looks. A little concerned that maybe I'll start to see some chug.
So,
whoa.
before we go in there...
Oh, okay. What is it?
I wanted to thank you for getting me this far. But after we get in there, I'm going to go my own way for a while. I think. I know your friends would probably want to kill everything in here. I'm hoping you can show some more control than that. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead.
Lady Serana's back. Open the gate.
Oh, they see her. They know she's back. Alright, let's get back to playing the game instead of me talking about mods and such. I don't even remember where I stopped talking before she rudely interrupted me. Oh, so rudely.
What now?
So, this is your home, huh?
This is it. Home, sweet castle.
Uh-huh. Why didn't you tell me it was so huge?
I didn't want you to think I was one of those... You know, the women who just sit in their castle all day. I don't know. Coming from a place like this, well... It's not really me. I hope you can believe that.
Okay. Hey, will you trade some things with me now?
I think I'll hang on to my things, thank you.
Alright. I'm just gonna keep asking her just for the hell of it. Okay. Yeah, let's go. This whole thing here, I don't know if we're actually a member of the Dawnguard yet or not. Maybe we are, but we were sent to kill all these vampires. Actually, we were sent to find out what these vampires were searching for, and it turns out they were searching for her. She's a vampire, so we should kill her. And we should kill everyone else in here because they're vampires. But, I don't know, she seems pretty cool to me, and she hasn't tried to suck my blood yet, so she's okay in my book. Hey, how's it going? So I'm supposed to be quiet and let her talk. Well, go on, Serana. You're the one who's supposed to take the lead. Lead.
Way I hear it, Lady Serana's been gone a real long time.
A real long time.
Way I hear it, Lady Serana's been gone a real long time.
I guess he's not worth talking to. Oh, for crying out loud. Meow, go home.
I think the poor man soiled his armor.
It's a great story.
Way I hear it, Lady
You and me all get along fine. Ooh.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes.
So he just walks away.
My lord, everyone! Serana has returned.
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it.
Vampires live a very long time, so these guys probably do know her, right?
My long-lost daughter returns at last.
Look at this place.
I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She has
I'm
the scroll.
delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name?
Well, I'm Mental Fox. Who are you?
I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are.
You're vampires. You're a reclusive cannibal cult, or I don't really care what you are. Yeah, I know you're vampires.
Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, what happens now?
You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again.
I'm a werewolf. What will happen if I accept your gift?
Yes, I can smell it on you. The power of my blood will purge that filth and make you whole again.
And what if I want to remain a werewolf?
I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power!
Oh my. Yo, dude. Whoa! Oh, that was cool.
This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice.
I will accept your gift and become a vampire. I don't want to become a vampire. I refuse your gift. Jeez, that's it? It's just one or the other. Can I, like, walk around your castle first? Well, I think we all know that I'm not going to become a vampire. It's just not really... It's not really in my character... My character's... I don't... It's just not something my character would do. So, no. I refuse your gift, as tempting as it is.
So be it. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you.
I've been banished. Well, I guess that's it. Well, that's the end of that quest. I mean, you know, it should be no surprise that that's what I did. No surprise at all. As curious as I am to see what would have happened, I'm not a vampire. I'm just not. So, there's got to be more to this story, right? They didn't make this big giant place just for me to say no, and then have it just end. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the Dawnguard DLC. So the quest that we have now here is called A New Order. I've rejected Harkon's offer to be turned into a vampire. Now I need to return to Isran and tell him what I've learned. We need to speak with Isran again. That's what we need to do. Golly, man, I was just starting to make friends with Serana, and now she's gone. So that's kind of a bummer.
I love the cold
Oh
air.
my
It's
gosh.
exhilarating. Perhaps guess it's because of my Nord blood, but there's something about it that makes me feel alive.
Back to Icewater Jetty we go. Yeah, there's going to be more of this. He's probably going to send us back here to kill them all. But I ain't no vampire. Just not. You make your choices. You got to stick with them. I don't feel like the character that I've played thus far would have agreed to such a thing. My character isn't like looking for power or immortality or even wealth. What is he looking for? I don't know. He's just a wanderer. He just likes to explore. That's all. And just collect as many houses as he can. That's all he wants. That's all my character wants. And maybe to accumulate a bunch of inventory. But no, he doesn't want to be a vampire. So this looks pretty cool. I think this looks quite a bit different than before. I mean, I'd have to go back and do like some comparisons. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. And I really do like the grass there blowing in the breeze. I do wish that this also blowed in the breeze. Because that looks kind of silly not. And this as well. So I'm not really sure why only some of it does. Maybe there's another mod for this. Maybe I didn't select all the right options. I don't know. But I really do like the blowing grass. I do wish the trees would sway. That would be cool. That would be a neat mod. But, you know, they sway a little bit. Like I said, this list of mods that I saw, there was over 100 mods on it. And I only installed about, I don't know, maybe 15 of them. But some of the mods were just like I said, you know, smoke for the torch, or the fire looks different now, or fireplaces look different. You know, they're just a bunch of different mods. Now this, I believe, is a Thalmor camp, isn't it? This here, Northwatch Keep, yeah. The Thalmor, we're friends with the Thalmor, so they shouldn't be too angry with us, really. I mean, we're not friends with the Thalmor, but we're on their side.
Make it quick.
How's it going, man? Yep, he doesn't have anything to say to us at all. So we need to go all the way back to Dawnguard. Oh, there's a battle going on over there. Check that out. But I am really loving this snow. This is some nice looking snow. And one of the mods I installed was like dynamic snow or something like that. I didn't even read about them. I just saw them on a list and installed them. That's how much thought as a matter of fact, it was during my work day when I was waiting for some stuff to compile. I'd kick something off and then I would install a mod, and then I would kick something else off and install another mod. So it was just installing mods to see what would happen. And I gotta say, I kind of like what I'm seeing. I kind of do. Well, we are going to, believe it or not, fast travel back down here. Because I don't want to walk all the way across Skyrim. Oh, by the way, I didn't notice that I installed anything that did anything to the map, but the map seems different to me now. And I noticed that I could do this with it. And if I'm holding down the right mouse button and doing this, if this is something that I have been able to do this entire game and I'm just now noticing it, I don't even know what to say. I'm flabbergasted. But so somebody tell me, is this part of vanilla Skyrim, this here? Because I have never seen it do that before. And it would also be just a strange coincidence that I would notice it right after I installed all these mods. But anyway, what's my rationale for fast traveling all the way back here? After I've been making a big deal out of all these quest things, I don't feel like I'm on a quest right now. This is just return here and talk to this guy. So I'm just going to fast travel. We don't need to walk all the way across Skyrim again. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could explain myself well enough, and I don't know if it can be explained. But I just didn't feel like that was part of an epic quest, since all we're doing is returning to Isran. So there you go. I fast traveled back. This looks pretty good, right? The grass, blowing in the breeze. Some of it's kind of funny looking, right? But overall, I really like it.
My skills for pay. I've always adventured on my own terms.
Yeah, I think this is very cool looking. Boy, that grass is going nuts, though. There were, like, different levels of grass blowing that you could install, and I installed the max. It's pretty maximum, all right. But yeah, this is very cool looking. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. Quite pleased. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it. Aside from these kind of weird looking, these fern-like things stretching as they blow. Somebody's shooting a crossbow. Yeah. He's over here. She's over here practicing. Vori, did we see her earlier? I don't remember. Go on and shoot, Vori. What are you shooting at?
Now that the Dawnguard are back, the vampire's reign of terror is about to end.
Just something about the look on her face. It's funny. Is this the way in? Don't shoot me, Vori. Yeah, I probably missed her before because I didn't go around that way. Nope, this is not the same way. Okay, we didn't come here at all. All right. Just sit here and enjoy the view for a little bit. Yeah, this is, I feel like this is a big improvement. A while back, a couple weeks ago, I installed a bunch of new mods. And I really didn't notice much of a difference. But this time, I feel like I am noticing a difference. I could be wrong. What? What's going on up here? Ancient vampire, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Ancient vampire. Did you follow me back here, ancient vampire? Check him out. Whoa, that's a neat effect. Hey, what you got on you? Anything good? Gold, potion. Vampire armor of extreme destruction. And some dust. Huh. It's windy. I like it. Oh, so they already took care of these two vampires. Master Vampire, I presume. And you, Vampire Fledgling, has an amethyst. So Salon, and this is Isran right here.
Look at this. I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us.
Yeah.
It's the price we pay for openly recruiting.
Yep.
We'll have to step up our defenses.
That's what you get, man.
I don't suppose you have some good news for me.
Well, I have news, but I wouldn't call it good.
Of course. Why did I suppose differently? Fine. Tell me what you know.
Well,
I've seen enough death.
I've seen enough death. No. The vampires were looking for a woman trapped in Dim Hollow.
A woman? Trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she?
She wanted to go home, so I took her to the castle. Let's not tell him that. She's the daughter of a powerful vampire lord.
And so you delivered her to them.
They also have another scroll. I also delivered that.
They what? And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the
I didn't have the
scroll?
option, dude. I'm lucky I made it out alive. There were too many of them, and only one of me I never got the chance. Yeah, I never got the chance.
I suppose you're lucky you're not dead. Or worse, one of them. By the Divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle.
Mm-hmm. We have to do something, dude.
Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. We're just going to need some help. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance.
We're gonna get the team back together? Where can I find them?
Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach. Convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet.
You think she'll help us?
Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan.
Okay. Recruit Serene Gerard and recruit Gunmar. Hey, I may have already asked you this, but what do you have against the Vigilants?
Isn't it obvious? They're soft, the lot of them. Totally unprepared for any real threat. And yet I was the one ridiculed for trying to be ready for anything. Too extreme, they called me. Well, that doesn't seem to have worked out in their favor now, has it?
I was wondering, where did the Dawnguard come from anyway?
Vampires need to be dealt with. Hunted, rooted out, destroyed. Once there was a group dedicated to a similar cause. They called themselves the Dawnguard. That was a long time ago, but the idea was and is a good one. That's why I'm bringing it back. This latest attack proves it's the right time.
Okay.
Watch your back.
Alright, man. Well, new quest here. It's called A New Order. That's the same quest. Well, I've told Isran what I learned at the Vampire Castle. Isran has asked me to find Serene Gerard and Gunmar and bring them to him. We showed this on the map, and Gunmar is just south of Iverstead. Southeast of Iverstead. And then we know that Serene Gerard is somewhere up here in the Reach. Just north of Dragon Tooth Crater. Yowza. So they're pretty far away. We are way the crap down here. Okay. Alright. We gotta go get these guys.
Find Serene and Gunmar, and maybe we can do something about this mess.
Can you train us in heavy armor?
Well, at least you're smart enough to want to learn more. I'll show you what I can.
Okay, let's learn some. Oh, we must level up. Can I level up? No, I can't. We're not quite there yet. That's too bad.
It's open.
Durak.
This better be good. Fight well.
Well, it's time for us to venture back out, so now I feel like I'm on a quest. So, no fast traveling. Those are my rules that I'm making up on the fly, and I apply them as convenient. Oh yeah, there's this too. Mossy Glen Cave. I mean, I really do wonder if this is a shortcut. I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be. We need to go here. So going up this direction... Well, actually, we can't even tell which direction we're going in. I don't think it's a shortcut. I don't think it is, man. Let's go in it. I'm going in it because I think it might be a shortcut. That's why I'm going in it. That's my story reason for going in. Oh, okay. It's not a shortcut. Oh, wait a minute now. There's more to it here. Hold on. Something very scary sounding in here, that's for sure. Very scary. This place is cool looking, huh? Oh, it's just a bear. This sucks. I mean, this is just this bear's home. I come in here and char it to a crisp. I feel kind of bad about it. I'm not gonna lie. But if I'm gonna make it through this cave, I gotta take care of these bears first. Come on, Meow. Take care of him. Come on. Come on, Meow. Don't pet him. Kill him. Come on. Come on, Meow. Finish him off. Oh. There. Was that hard? Oh, I thought he died. Your end draws near. Oh, he's got a flawless garnet on him. Oh, that made it all worthwhile right there. I don't feel so bad about killing him now. He had a flawless garnet on him. What in the world is this place? Huh. Alright, before we go back through there. This place is interesting.
I journey with my father on hunting expeditions into Morrowind. The cliff racers made for excellent sport.
That's pretty neat. Here's a chest over here, because you know bears, they like to collect treasures and put it in their chests. That's what bears do in Skyrim, man. Anything up here? Ah, another... Oh, some more chests. Makes me think that maybe somebody else was using this place as a kind of like a hidey hole to store their goodies. Planned their raids, maybe. And then the bears came back home. And that was the end of them. Oh, Skeever! Swat the Skeever aside as if it were a gnat. Interesting. Hourglass-shaped root over there. Maybe it's not a root. I thought maybe it was a tree root. I don't know what it is. So we got this path here. Oh, look at the Flame Atronach now. That must be one of the things that one of the mods does. That's kind of goofy looking. That doesn't work out so well, I don't feel like. Totally ruins the immersion. 1 star. Okay, so this just takes us right back to where we were. Oh, meow. Alright, let's see where this goes. Maybe it is a shortcut. Yeah, Dayspring Canyon. Okay. Oh, how beautiful. What the... Wait a minute. What the... Oh, okay. So we just kind of made a little loop around there. Huh, alright. So it's not a shortcut. Not even a little bit. I'm not even sure why that's there. Everything has to be there for a reason, don't you know? Sure do like it out here. So I think some people told me that there's something over there by the waterfalls, but my character doesn't have a reason to go over there, so I have to come up with a reason for my character to go over there. Right now, what was that? What the heck was that? Did you see that? Something... Whoa. There's an enemy on my... 2 enemies on my compass. Whoa. Oh, is it just those crab? That crab, maybe? Oh, mud crab. That's all it is. Okay. Well... We're going to make this walk again. Back to Riften, where we could maybe catch a carriage. I don't know if a carriage is going to take me where I want to go or not, though. We might just have to walk all the way there to where we're going. Ooh, look at that guy riding a dragon. So, this, I believe, is the direction we want to go in. Let me make sure I'm going... Yeah, we cross this bridge, and then we kind of do like this diagonal thing. This gives me an excuse to walk around and really look at what this place looks like. Who are these people? Hi, how are you? A vigilant.
The mercy of Stendarr does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
Okay.
Stendarr's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
Anyway, look at that up there. Look at that place. How do we get up there? I guess we're looking... Maybe we're looking at Lost Tongue Overlook, maybe? I'm not sure. But wow, that's pretty amazing. Haven't been up there yet. So anyway, I was going to say, or maybe I did say it, walking gives me an excuse to check out how this mod looks. I may have gone diagonal. No, I'm heading right for the stables. There we go. This is exactly the way I want to go. It's exactly what we did last time we left Dawnguard. We walked the same path. I mean, as silly as the blowing grass looks, I like it. I do like it. I think maybe they could work on it a little bit so it looks a little bit more realistic, but I like it. I've got a lot of mods installed. I think like over 30. So you'll see the game kind of chug a little bit every once in a while. I'm assuming it's because of the mods. But overall, for the most part, I think it runs pretty well. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to take a carriage? We need to go over here. I don't think he'll take me to Iverstead. I don't think he will, but let's see. Pretty sure he won't.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, he does not go to Iverstead.
See ya.
So that means that we are probably as close as we're going to get to here. There's no other town that's closer. So yeah, let's start walking. In that direction? That's not right. Why is it pointing me in this direction? It's kind of strange. The only quest that I have selected is this one, right? This one here, I don't think I have miscellaneous selected. I don't. So this is the only quest I have where we're supposed to recruit these two people. I know where both of them are. So why...
I can take you to any of the hold capitals.
Why is the game pointing me in that direction? That's odd. What in the world? I mean, it's not... I don't think it's necessarily telling me to go in here.
Listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face butcher is more like it from
what in the world? We want to go... like kind of this way. Yeah, we're gonna go this direction. And that's in that direction. Why in the world is it pointing me in that direction? Right, horse? This horse is like, I don't know why it's pointing you in that direction. Just shut up about it and get moving. Whoa, rude horse. Gosh. Some Khajiit down here. What's up, Khajiiti? What's up, Zainabi?
Soon it will be time to replenish our supply of water.
What's up, Karjo? Hey, it's Karjo.
These sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warmness from your presence.
Karjo is a possible follower. Let's travel with Karjo.
You have someone with you already.
Yeah, I don't think I've traveled with Karjo yet. You know, something I haven't considered is that I need to keep track of who I've traveled with, and I have not done that. Let's see. I don't know if she's really carrying anything.
I can carry a good bit of gear.
But I want... Well, I take that back. She is carrying a lot of stuff, isn't she? I'm going to take these staffs back from her. And, I don't know what this dude is going to use. I'm going to let her hang on to the armor, I guess, because I don't want to be carrying it around with me. So we'll let her hang on to it for now. Whoops.
All set. Let's go.
All right, we're going to part ways with her.
Such a shame. I thought we were getting along so well. I'll head back to Riften if you should have second thoughts.
Okay, so she leaves, but she's still got my stuff. And we're going to travel with Carjo for a bit.
Speak to one of the others if you wish to buy something.
You know, he might wear heavy armor too. That looks kind of heavy, doesn't
May
it?
your road lead you to
Hey, you, come back here. I want that armor you've got. Come here. Come here. You're not getting off that
A
easy.
fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands. I'm right behind you.
Okay.
I'm itching for a fight.
Trade with
No
her.
problem.
Let's
I can carry a good bit of gear.
let's get this stuff back from her. I mean, and then heck, I mean, Grimsever's hers. I'm not going to take Grimsever from her. I'm going to take the exquisite elven bow and even the crossbow. But yeah, we'll give her Grimsever back. That actually belongs to her. I'm so nice. Oh,
All set. Let's go.
okay. Then we part ways.
Such a shame. I thought we were getting along so
I figured
well.
since we're here at Riften,
I'll
we'll
head
go
back
ahead and
to
part with
Riften
her.
if you should have second thoughts.
Carjo travels around. You never know where he's going to be.
Khajiit is always watching for thieves. Then lead on, friend.
We're friends now. Okay.
Khajiit guards your back. I will shoulder some of your burden.
Okay, let's see if he wears some of this stuff. Hopefully he will. So, ebony health armor. Yeah, he wears it. Gauntlets, helmet. These are probably... I'm going to keep these boots. I have to remember to get some good boots at some point. And then we're also going to give him some staves. We'll just give him all these staves. There, he could just have all kinds of fun with those. We're going to give him a crossbow. And I guess we need to give him some bolts, too. Yeah. These are the only bolts I have? No, I have some steel bolts. We'll give him a bunch of those. And then I'll also give him an elven bow. And, oh, I forgot to take the steel arrows back from her. Okay. I think that'll work. I think. It's too bad he's got that helmet on, because I can't really tell he's a Khajiit anymore.
Lead on.
He does have a tail, though. And then I'm going to go into my inventory, and I'm going to put on those boots. There we go. Okay. Should have done this when I still had these. Do I need to charge any of these?
I will shoulder some
These
of your
staves. That one's good. This one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one is okay for now. Okay, let's travel with Carjo.
We follow then.
I have a feeling he's going to be just as chatty as me all, though. So who's the Khajiit that I sell stuff to? Is it you?
The longer we travel the
No,
roads of
it's you.
Skyrim, the more empty.
So many refuse to take a look.
Alright, let's see if we could just sell something off here real quick. Something heavy. We will sell off this vampire armor of extreme destruction. It only weighs 5, but yeah. I don't need 2 amulets of Stendar. I probably don't need any of these. I don't need these. Oh gosh, he can't afford to buy that from me, so I'm not going to bother with that. These apprentice robes, again, can't afford those. Elven. Yeah, I don't use light armor, so we'll sell that. Okay.
I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Yep, sure. All right, here we go. We're traveling with Carjo now. Right, Carjo? Here comes Carjo. Yeah, I don't think I've traveled with Carjo. I don't think I have. Merryfair Farm discovered. Haven't been here yet.
Got to thinking, maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet.
Uh-huh. You keep thinking that. Who's this? Whoa. Why did he... Whoa.
I knew it.
What's going on? Oh, a spider. I gotta try to protect this guy. I don't want him to die to the spider. There. Okay.
Cleared out, I guess. Careful with those flames, unless you plan on torching something.
Shut up. Draven Laneth.
Who in the name of Azura are you?
I guess I've heard you've had trouble with thieves, maybe?
Are you kidding me? We're all alone out here, except for a few guards who couldn't give a damn about us. We make easy pickings for thieves looking to steal everything we worked so hard for. Not only did they take my bow, but they took all of our coin as well. Nothing's sacred to these people.
What happened to your bow?
A few days ago, some thieves from Riften broke in here and stole it. Can you imagine? Took the only thing of value we had. If you have the guts to head into the Ratway and get my bow back, I'll pay you what I can.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. It'll be nice to have it back. Means a lot to me.
How do you know that the thieves were from Riften, though?
I bumped into them when I was coming back to my farm after buying supplies. I know those lowlifes took it with them back to the Ratway. They left an unmistakable stench behind. It was a family heirloom. I can't even put a price on how much that thing means to me.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do next time I'm in Riften.
The Ratway is somewhere under Riften. Shouldn't be too tough to find.
Yeah, I know where it is. Okay, let's go, Carjo. Hope you don't mind walking, because that's what we've got a lot of walking ahead of us here, Carjo. But he travels, so he's used to walking. He'll be all right. Tell me that isn't cool looking. That is nice. It's like a painting. There's a path here. Strange textures, or I should say pattern. Actually a pattern I can see in this path. That's not good. I actually thought it was footprints. Some kind of giant dinosaur's footprints when I first saw it. But that looks amazing. Where is this thing telling me to go in that direction? That is so odd. Huh. I don't know, man. So here's another place that I haven't been to yet. Faldar's Tooth. What's this place? Nobody's told me to come here yet. Whoa. What's this? Oh. Oh, oh! Silver Hand. Man, this guy means business. See you later, bye! Dude, that thing that he's casting is deadly, man. Okay, he's dead. I better do something about myself. I'll end up dead if I'm not careful. Take a little bit of health here. I do mean a little bit. Silver Hand. Sounds a little familiar. We dealt with the Silver Hands before? I cannot best you. How am I going to get in there so I can finish these guys off? Hey, you jerk. Oh, whatever he's shooting at me, it sure does hurt. Oh, holy hell, I'm going to die. Damn. I'm not taking these guys seriously at all. I got to do something about healing, man. And they go down easy, but man, they hit hard. I'll give them that. Gold, lockpick, arrows, potion. What do you got? Gold, lockpick. Still at least 2 more of these dudes alive. How do I get in here so that I could shut them up? Oh. Get away from me. Oh, look at this place. Oh. Well, I could unlock the door and get in there and shut these guys up. Kind of takes away some of the tension, some of the suspense. Faldar's Tooth. These guys are all outside. Man, this place is like sliding down the mountain into the water. I'm coming for you. Jerks, you started it. I was just going to walk on by. Where'd they go? Where did they go? And where's Carjo? Did I already kill Carjo? Okay. This guy's dead. Take his gold, his lockpick, his arrows. The heck? Where's Carjo? Carjo, my man, where are you? I don't see how I could have killed him. Gold looks like it's a different color. Here's a Faldar's Tooth key. Unlock this chest. That key doesn't unlock this chest. Gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Gold, greater soul gem, not filled unfortunately. Lockpicks, potion. Where the hell is Carjo? Is it possible that I killed him? I mean, oh, there's somebody running around down there. Is it him? Is he too dumb to get in here? To figure out how to get in here? Look at the colors in the sky. Beautiful. This piece of music, I think I comment on it every time I hear it. It's so great. What was that? Oh. Can Carjo not figure out how to get in here? I already searched him. There's Carjo. Carjo, what are you doing, man? I don't know what Carjo's deal is. Well, we were on our way to recruit these guys, but then these silver hands jumped out at us, so I think they need to be dealt with. I think it's important that we deal with these guys, right? We can't... We need to make this part of Skyrim safer for people. So we're gonna have to fight these guys. Right in front of him. Man, what kind of arrows are they using? They really hurt. Hawk feathers, they're worth something. Apparently. Somebody's running around. Whoa. Alright, Carjo's down there fighting people. How'd you get down there so quick, Carjo? You're being strange. Stop it. Stop being strange. I don't like it. How do you get through there? Oh, okay. Alright. His tail's wagging. It's awesome. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we're going to go into Faldar's Tooth in the next episode. That's what we're going to do. In the meantime, we are going to read a book as we end this episode. I wish there was like a fire or something that I could like kind of get around to warm up as I read the fire. You know, besides I need some light to read by. It's so dark out here. But it's looking like there's no fires. It is so dark. My goodness, is it dark. Sky is looking awesome. Is there a fire around here? Here we go. Here's a nice fire. Okay. Well, Carjo and I, if Carjo can make it here, I'm not going to hold my breath. Carjo and I, or just me and myself, I'm going to hang out here by this fire. I'm going to read a book before I end this episode because it's what we do. So, let us read a book here. What book shall we read? These books are all marked as red. Damn, they are, aren't they? They're all marked as red. Huh. Yeah, I don't have my notes open, so I know some of these are marked as red, but I haven't actually read them yet. So I guess King is it. King. Oh, we just leveled up. Okay. King by Revan. Gentle reader, you will not understand a word of what follows unless you have read and committed to memory the first 3 volumes in this series, Beggar, Thief, and Warrior, which leads up to this, the conclusion. I encourage you to seek them out at your favorite bookseller. Did we read Warrior? I know we read Beggar and Thief, but I honestly cannot remember. I can't remember if we read Warrior yet. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my notes here and see if my notes tell me whether or not I have read Warrior. Okay, according to my notes, we have read Warrior. It's a long time ago. So I don't know if I'm going to remember any of this at all or not, but this is what we're going to read. We last left Islaf Errol fleeing for his life, which was a common enough occurrence for him. He had stolen a lot of gold and one particularly large gem from a rich man in Yalenheim named Suibud. The thief fled north, spending the gold wildly, as thieves generally do, for all sorts of illicit pleasures, which would no doubt disturb the gentleman or lady reading this, so I will not go into detail. The one thing he held on to was the gem. He didn't keep it because of any particular attachment, but because he did not know anyone rich enough to buy it from him. And so he found himself in the ironic situation of being penniless and having in his possession a gem worth millions. Will you give me a room, some bread, and a flagon of beer in exchange for this? He asked a tavern keep in the little village of Cravenswald, which was so far north it was half situated on the Sea of Ghosts. The tavern keep looked at it suspiciously. It's just crystal, Islaf said quickly, but isn't it pretty? Let me see that, said a young armor-clad woman at the end of the bar. Without waiting permission, she picked up the gem, studied it, and smiled not very sweetly at Islaf. Would you join me at my table? I'm actually in a bit of a hurry, replied Islaf, holding out his hand for the stone. Another time? Out of respect for my friend the tavern keep here, my men and I leave our weapons behind when we come in here, the woman said casually, not handing the gem back, but picking up a broom that was sitting against the bar. I can assure you, however, that I can use this quite effectively as a blunt instrument. Not a weapon, of course, but an instrument to stun, medicinally crush a bone or two, and then, once it is on the inside... Which table? Asked Islaf quickly. The young woman led him to a large table in the back of the tavern, where 10 of the biggest Nord brutes Islaf had ever seen were sitting. They looked at him with polite disinterest, as if he were a strange insect worth briefly studying before crushing. My name is Lassifitra, she said, and Islaf blinked. That was the name Suibud had uttered before Islaf had made his escape. And these are my lieutenants. I am the commander of a very large independent army of noble knights, the very best in Skyrim. Most recently, we were given a job to attack a vineyard in the Alto to force its owner, a man named Laernu, to sell to our employer, a man named Suibud. Our payment was to be a gem of surpassing size and quality, quite famous and unmistakable. We did as we were asked, and when we went to Suibud to collect our fee, he told us he was unable to pay due to a recent burglary. In the end, though, he saw things our way and paid us an amount of gold almost equal to the worth of the prize jewel. It did not empty out his treasury entirely, but it meant he was unable to buy the land in the Alto after all. So we were not paid enough. Suibud has taken a heavy financial blow, and Laernu's prize crop of Jazbay has been temporarily destroyed for naught. Lassifitra took a long, slow drink of her mead before continuing. Now, I wonder, could you tell me, how came you in the possession of the gem we were promised? Islaf did not answer at once. Instead, he took a piece of bread from the plate of the savage-bearded barbarian on his left and ate it. I'm sorry, he said, his mouth full. May I? Of course, I couldn't stop you from taking the gem even if I wanted to, and as a matter of fact, I don't mind at all. It's also useless to deny how it came into my possession. I stole it from your employer. I certainly didn't mean you or your noble knights any harm by it, but I can understand why the word of a thief is not suitable for one such as yourself. No, replied Lassifitra, frowning, but her eyes showing amusement. Not suitable at all. But before you kill me, Islaf said, grabbing another piece of bread, tell me, how suitable is it for noble knights such as yourself to be paid twice for one job? I have no honor myself, but I would have thought that since Suabud took a profit loss to pay you, and now you have the gem, your handsome profit is not entirely honorable. Lassifitra picked up the broom and looked at Islaf. Then she laughed. What is your name, thief? Islaf, said the thief. We will take the gem as it was promised to us, but you are right. We should not be paid twice for the same job. So, said the warrior woman, putting down the broomstick, you are our new employer. What would you have your own army do for you? Many people could find quite a few good uses for their own army, but Islaf was not among them. He searched his brain, and finally it was decided that it was a debt to be paid later. For all her brutality, Lassifitra was a simple woman, raised, he learned, by the very army she commanded. Fighting and honor were the only things she knew. When Islaf left Cravenswold, he had an army at his beck and call, but not a coin to his name. He knew he would have to steal something soon. As he wandered the woods, scrounging for food, he was beset with a strange feeling of familiarity. These were the very woods he had been in as a child, also starving, also scrounging. When he came out on the road, he found that he had come back on the kingdom where he had been raised by the dear, stupid, shy maid Druzhba. He was in Errolguard. It had fallen even deeper into despair since his youth. The shops that had refused him food were boarded up, abandoned. The only people left were hollow, hopeless figures so ravaged by taxation, despotism, and barbaric raids that they were too weak to flee. Islaf realized how lucky he was to have gotten out in his youth. There was, however, a castle and a king. Islaf immediately made plans to raid the treasury. As usual, he watched the place carefully, taking note of the security and the habits of the guards. This took some time. In the end, he realized there was no security and no guards. He walked in the front door and down the empty corridors to the treasury. It was full of precisely nothing, except one man. He was Islaf's age, but looked much older. There's nothing to steal, he said. Would that there was. King Inap, though prematurely aged, had the same white blonde hair and blue eyes like broken glass that Islaf had. In fact, he resembled Suabud and Lassifitra as well, and though Islaf had never met the ruined landlord of the Alto, Lernu, he looked him too. Not surprisingly, since they were quintuplets. So you have nothing? Asked Islaf gently. Nothing except my poor kingdom, curse it, the king grumbled. Before I came to the throne, it was powerful and rich, but I inherited none of that, only the title. For my entire life I've had responsibility thrust on my shoulders, but never had the means to handle it properly. I look over the desolation which is my birthright, and I hate it. If it were possible to steal a kingdom, I would not lift a finger to stop you. It was, it turned out, quite possible to steal a kingdom. Islaf became known as Inap, a deception easily done given their physical similarities. The real Inap, taking the name of Ilekilnu, happily left his domain, becoming eventually a simple worker in the vineyards of the Alto. For the first time, free of responsibility, he fell into his new life with gusto, the years melting off him. The new Inap called in his favor with Lassifitra, using her army to restore peace to the kingdom of Errolguard. Now that it was safe, business and commerce began to return to the land, and Islaf reduced the tyrannical taxes to encourage it to grow. Upon hearing that, Suabud, ever nervous about losing his money, elected to return to the land of his birth. When he died years later, out of greed, he had refused to name someone an heir, so the kingdom received his entire fortune. Islaf used part of the gold to buy the vineyards of the Alto, after hearing great things of it from Enop. And so it was that Erelgard was returned to its previous prosperity by the fifth-born child of King Itlof, Eslaf, Errol, beggar, thief, warrior of sorts, and king. That is probably a fantastic series if you read them all together. It's too bad it took me so long to read King. Not that I didn't enjoy that one. That one was good. They were all good. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this episode too. If you did, why don't you let me know. Leave me a like or a comment. Thank you so much for watching. I sure hope you join me again in the next episode.